How's it going, YouTube? This is Scott the Masked Nerder, and as you can tell from your screen, today I'm not going to be bringing you gameplay, but I'm actually going to be going over our callouts, and I'm going to start with Operation Metro from Battlefield 3 Beta. Hopefully the map will stay similar to in the final release, and this will all carry over. I'm going to be explaining sort of how me and my friends go about making our callouts, sort of ways we use them, and I'm also going to go over the specific callouts for each area. Unfortunately, because two of the areas are underground, you can't get a nice overhead view like this. So I did it with just screenshots of the game while I was playing. With a private match, it'd probably be a lot easier, but hopefully at the end you can sort of let me know which of these two methods works best. What I'm going to start with is just going over some basic tips for if you're new to using callouts, or if you struggle with making callouts, what me and my friends use to sort of make it easier for ourselves. Number one key of callouts is avoid using directional cues like to your left, to your right, behind you, something like that, because you never really know which direction your friend's facing. He might turn right when you give a caller or something, so those can really screw him up. Now, with a compass, you can use things like that, which is available in Battlefield 3. You can say to the north, to the south. For most people, you notice that they'd have to take that minute to look down at their compass and really find out which direction they're facing. That's a great way if you can memorize which is north, south, east, west, which isn't that hard in the game. It'll work great. But me and my friends like to actually name sides of the map to make it easier. So if you look on this first screen, up near the top, number 3 is Alpha Wall. So we pretty much call that side, which is the north, we call that the wall. And then if you look on the south, number 1, all the way on the bottom of your screen, is number 1, lake. So we have two sides here. We have lake and wall. And that makes it pretty simple for us. Before I get into the callouts too, I want to let you know that it's usually best to play the game a little bit before you start trying to make all the callouts, just because you want to find out what are the areas of interest. Something might look important, but if no one ever goes over there, it's not worth your time trying to memorize, names for every single location on the map. You really want to find things that will be beneficial and which are high traffic areas and used in the game. Also, really try to make it simple. If you can think of real simple things, some of them might even seem stupid. Those are what work best. Reuse things. If you can find, especially in Rush where you're in one area and then you move to the next area, if you can reuse callouts for similar type structures or something, they're that much easier to remember. And with a game like this, all maps are going to be on all game modes. So you also want to try to find things that can carry over into different game modes. And because we don't have any other game modes released yet for the beta, I can't go over that, but hopefully once that comes out, if I need to do any editing of these, I will. And we do things like, Bravo flag or Bravo crate, just to distinguish that area. So even if I'm playing Conquest, we can say they're a Bravo crate, and yeah, there's no crate in Conquest, but they'll still have that same area, which is available for a callout and can still be effective. And if you heard I said Bravo, a typical mistake you find a lot of people saying, and me and my friends do it too all the time, is they'll say they're at B. And when you're playing Conquest, sometimes you have a D flag. It's pretty hard to distinguish sometimes. They're at B or they're at D, and that can get confusing, and you can have your whole team going to the wrong flag or going to the wrong area. So I think it's best just to get in the habit of saying Bravo, Delta, Alpha. Just use the full word, and it's going to make it easier for you and your team. Stay consistent with your callouts. So use the same type of scheme, whatever you decide. If you decide you like mine, you want to edit it all, just be consistent for whatever game, whatever level you're playing on. And now I want to jump back into actually going through the images I have, going over the callouts, just letting you know, let you know their names, why I named them that, and maybe some alternatives to use. So I already showed you here in Area 1. I already told you we have Alpha Wall up top, we have the lake down below. But one other thing I guess I should mention, you have East and West. I always, for these callouts, I'm designating them as attacker side, which would be the left, where the attackers are coming from, or the defender side, which would be the right in this image, where the defenders are. Me and my friends use front and back, and that might seem like a directional cue. We just always assume the front is the attacker side. So if we say they're in front of something, they're on the attacker side of it. If we say they're behind it, they're on the defender side of it. That can make some things a little easier. It could also make it a little more confusing. So that's up to you. Like I said, in this video, I've done everything as attacker or defender, but that's not usually what we use. Alright, so now let's jump into it, and we're just going to start on the attacker side. So we have the statue, which is a statue of a lion. That's number 12. You follow that street up. We have Alpha Street because it leads to A. And just to save room, I wrote A circle, but that'd be alpha circle, which leads to A. The crate is right there. We have the bridge behind that with the pond. And then we have alpha corner rock. You can change it around, alpha rock in the corner, whatever, but alpha corner rock sort of worked for those rocks in the corner right behind A, where some snipers like to hang out. Then we go below alpha, or towards the lake. You have Bravo, the playground near there, Bravo Street leading to it, and then the street right next to the lake is Lake Street, which has some walls on it. People like to hide behind and give cover to Bravo. Lake trees and lake shore. I didn't name the island because it's sort of not outlined in this box, but people can get on that island, and it's the only island that's really effective in the game, so that's that call out. And then we move as we enter to Area 2. We have 3 tunnels to go down. One we call the cave, which is the first one on the top. Then we have subway, because it actually leads straight to the subway cart. And we have the vents. And from there, I'm going to take you down. We're going to enter first into the cave. And I'm going to show you some callouts there. So right here is the cave, which would be if you're facing in-game on the left side. And we have the entrance, which is labeled 3, which just sort of show you where I come from. We have cave side. And these sides are sort of difficult to describe, but we just call this cave side. And then the other one is tunnel side, because our subway side is actually what we call that. It's closer to the subway and the cave side because it's on the cave. So could relate that to wall side and lake side. We have the blockade back down. Blockade all the way down, which is number 2, which is exploded in this image. We have the scaffolds, which is just those little wooden planks that people can hop onto. And then the blockade cart is that first cart in the first subway cart down behind the blockade. And now to the right, or where the subway is, you'll see we have, I'm pulling up the image right here, the generators. And this is just sort of it's in between Bravo and Alpha subway, the Bravo and Alpha subways. And this is just a small little tunnel. We just call this room the generator room. Nothing really big here, the attacker side and the defender side. We move through there, and we're going to go straight to the locker room, or lockers. Again, you just had the 2 sides, but just good to know these rooms, what they're called, so you can generally say where they are. And now we're going to go, if we're going through the cave, straight through, we'd come to Alpha Subway. And this is pushed up all the way to where Alpha is. Alpha's right there on the right in the Alpha bathroom, which is labeled number 1. And also have the Alpha sidewalk, which is just this big walkway along the side of it. Alpha train, number 2 on the left. And that's connected to a part of the blockade cart, we called it. But that's just to signify the front cart. And this is just, simple callouts that you can say where in relation to A they are. And you can help out your team when you're trying to take that base, when you're trying to defend it. If we push over to where Bravo is in Area 2, we have this, and we either call it Bravo Overwatch or Bravo Crossover. Crossover because it's sort of an easy way to get from Bravo to Alpha, it sort of connects the two. But it's mainly used when you're looking over Bravo. So if you see in the bottom left hand of your screen, Bravo Stairs. Now this thing has 3 ways to get up into it. You have the stairs, which lead straight to Bravo. But on the other side, you have number 2 and number 3, which are the escalators. Me and my friend generally call it front or back escalators, but attacker defender escalators is going to work too. It's just going to let you know which side they're coming up or what side you're going down, any calls like that. If we push over down through the defender escalators of Bravo, we'll come up on the other side into Area 3 for the attacker escalators of Area 3. And because you can't get up these escalators until you've moved up to Area 3, you've taken Area 2 crates, these callers shouldn't get confused. They should be pretty easy to keep them all straight. So we come in here, and just a few little callouts here. We got the ATMs. Alpha side, that's just pointing to the left because Alpha is over on that side. B side is over here with the ATMs. You have the B stairs in the middle of the screen, and the B hallway, which is a long hallway with lockers. There's usually a lot of action right there. So let's go over to B stairs. And this is a view from me coming up B stairs. You can see the middle escalators or back escalators leading up into the middle of Area 3. You can see A over on the left. We got the security booth in the back. The glass room is sort of that glass room that you can look, as a defender, look straight on to B. And then Bravo hallway again. So nothing too hard there. If we push through A and we're looking at A to B, This is the view you get here, and I just sort of clarified on B hallway, Bravo hallway. We have the short hallway, which is right in the middle of the screen, and we have the long hallway, which is the long locker room. You can see the glass room. You can see things I've already talked about here. Just another view to help you get an idea of where everything is. Let's say we take area 3 and now we're pushing up to area 4. There's 3 ways out of area 3 into area 4. Sort of nice to know which way the enemies are coming from, or which way you want to attack from. You have the alleyway on the left. Straight down the middle is the main entrance, or main exit, whatever you want to call it. And on the right, you're going to see the side entrance. Just the 3 exits or doors out, just an easy way to call those. And now we're going to go back into our last view, which is overhead. And because it's outside, we can do an overhead one of area 4. You can see again the alley, the front door, the Bravo door. I don't know why they're, I guess I sort of designated different names for them. And this is just showing you, it's whatever you and your friends find that work, you can use them. Here we designated sides again. We have the subway side, which is sort of representing the west, and the glass side with the glass building right behind Bravo. Designated those 2 sides. We have Alpha side, which is the north, and we have Bravo side, which is the south. And you can see all the other ones here. I mean, I don't really need to name them all, but there's 2 towers. A is at the bottom of Alpha Tower, and we just call the other big building Bravo Tower. And that's pretty much it. Tower ledge is sort of the ledge overlooking Bravo Street. So it's raised up above, and we just call that, because it's a ledge or something up, it's just easy way to call it. And you can say they're on the ledge in front of Alpha, or they're on the ledge in front of Bravo. Anything like that's just going to help, designate where on that ledge they are. There's a school bus, there's bushes by the school bus. So some things like that. And that's pretty much it. I know it's sort of a lot of words. I hope you can go back and pause it at any of these places you want. Hopefully you found some of these useful and they can benefit you in your game for you and your friends. Tell your friends to watch this, or make up your own. This image I found just by typing in Operation Metro into Google, and I found this overview image. And you can take one of these and you can type on it, edit it any way you want, and then send it to your friends, and you guys have a whole bunch of callouts you guys can all sort of know. It really makes it a lot easier to describe when everyone's on the same page, and you can work much better as a team. So again, there was 2 ways I did it. Hopefully in private matches, once we have that option, the full game, I could walk through and sort of point at every area a lot easier. But for now, this is what I have to do. So out of these 2 methods, I'd love to hear which you liked better, or how it worked, what you think of them. If you have suggestions for different callouts for different areas, let me know. And if I like them or we start using them, I can put annotations and link it to you and whatnot. And I know that video was pretty long, but hopefully those callouts will benefit you guys, and you guys enjoyed it, and you would like to see more, because I do this for my friends anyway. I'm going to be making more. But also I just want to link you to my last video I did, which is just sort of an intro to my channel, and some of the other, I talk about some of the other stuff I plan on doing. So if you guys want to check it out, the link's there, and I hope you guys have a great day.